What is up?
Yay.
What is happening, everyone?
How you doing?
What's up, guys?
Hey.
What's new and exciting?
Um,
Welcome
Glad to
into
be back.
welcome into We Don't Give a Flip podcast, where reselling meets humor and the flips never stop. We got another week, another good pod for you guys. We got the PickingGilla on tonight. How's everybody's week in reselling?
Guys,
Sean and Mel, you weren't here. We want to know.
why don't you take that one?
Well,
The bins?
we went to the bins for the first time. Come to find out that we had some about an hour and 50 minutes away from us, and we had an estate sale to go to. That was maybe 50 or
Yeah, they broke the drive up about
40
an
to
hour.
50 minutes away from the bins. So we decided to take our first trip up there, and it was pretty successful. We got a lot of stuff and sold a lot of stuff this week. So
Yeah.
it was a good time. And now we're planning on going again tomorrow.
Yeah, eBay. We had some eBay sales,
Yeah.
which was good. She's got some marketplace sales working. She started a Facebook page for West Virginia panel pickers, so she's maintaining that now, and she posted a lot of stuff on there. And we're weeding through the scammers, but I think we have a couple legitimate sales ready to go on that one too now, so that's good. She's maintaining that, and then now Sicko here is making me take off work tomorrow to go up to the bins.
Oh, you're so sad about
You're
that.
so distraught.
He doesn't want to go.
Yeah, I'm not. No, actually, man, I could have went all week because the 9 to 5 sucked. So
Yeah, it's a grind. It's a grind. For sure.
Breaking that bin barrier is the best.
Yeah.
and it was a great location. It's
Mhm.
It's not bad. The changeover was quick. By the time you're done looking through half the new bins, they're ready to change out the other side, and it's a constant, which is good.
No.
So
Yeah, for those that don't know, which Goodwill outlet bins are you talking about?
I was hoping he wasn't going to tell me.
Middletown, Pennsylvania.
Middletown.
They don't
PA.
have any plush there.
Sorry, no plush.
no plush.
don't go. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
Don't go. Don't go. They don't have any.
Don't
No
recommend.
Douglas,
T-shirts
no
and clothes
Billy
suck.
Cats,
It's
nothing.
books only, heavy items only. It sucks. Don't go.
All glass, all broken glass.
All broken.
Krista, our mod, is in the chat, and today is her birthday. We
Happy
wanna-
birthday,
Happy birthday,
Krista.
Krista. I got a
Sing her
Furby
happy
on the
birthday. Let's all
way.
sing her happy birthday.
Happy
birthday.
Yeah, yeah.
Cha cha.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Krista. Happy birthday to you. And many more.
That was so incredibly terribly great.
It's a good thing we're resellers.
That's right.
Hey, I got a Furby
Yeah.
on the way to you, Krista. All good, girl.
She loves it.
Don't say Furby, I miss mine.
Oh, jeez.
I got 1,000 brooches headed your way. That's awesome.
No.
What about you, Ryan and Christine?
When we went to
Gulf
some
Coast
sales
Bakery?
on Saturday,
Mhm.
did we find anything?
Yeah, we got a couple things. Some
We don't have many sales yet, y'all. We just don't have many yet.
yeah.
Gonna try to hit up this estate sale before work tomorrow.
I look
So
forward
we'll
to
see.
Friday morning pictures because I'm like, oh, I forget that you're an hour ahead. And I'm like, how the hell are they already out getting shit? I forget
Yeah.
the time zone.
Yeah.
But in the whatnot world, this week has been really good. I have sold things that I've had for a long time, so that always makes me very happy.
Yep.
These guys are
Yep.
great.
Mhm.
It's nice to
Speaking
finally
of whatnot, I know that you put a message out. Do you want to talk about that a little bit going forward on your rate trade?
Yes,
So
on
that
on my plush and toy raid train. I'm gonna mix it up. I want to mix everyone's times up because I just feel that
It's got
the
stagnant.
same time it's got stagnant and people are like, oh, these people are on at this time, and I know that the point of the raid train is to get new buyers, but I want to switch up so different times of the day, what people are used to being, that person being on at that time, it be a different person, and just see how
Also,
that works.
different sellers raiding into different sellers brings
Yeah.
different people.
she wants to showcase new sellers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I at least want to have one new seller Wednesday.
with that being said, you may see new people and you may not see certain people just
Yes.
because we're gonna shake it up. So,
Yeah, Rocket City Resellers won't be on for I think the next 3 shows. However, that doesn't mean that we won't be back.
right,
We're just going to give an opportunity to somebody that's
Right.
new to come in, showcase their items, get some followers on Whatnot, get some sales, and just be a good partner in the community. It's super important to do that, I think, for
that doesn't
Whatnot.
mean we're not gonna be on Whatnot. That doesn't mean
Yeah.
we're not gonna be on Wednesdays or whatever. But we really want to make sure that people who really are serious about reselling and need exposure, need support, they can get that. And if they're plush and toy people, what better way to do that than to be on Ryan and Christine's? Well, sorry, Christine's Ray Train. So
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And I think this channel too, when we first started doing this, we kind of wanted to make sure that We Don't Give a Flip was about that as well, helping never looking down at anybody. Only time we look down is a helping hand up somebody. So we wanted to make sure that not only this podcast, but also that Whatnot family and everybody else in the reselling community understands that we're for the seller. We are also for the buyers, but
any way that we can do and support that.
if we can make money along the way and have some fun, that's the point, right? So
Yes.
Yeah, some good
Do
people.
you have anything else to add to that? Because I want to talk about our sales.
Yeah, go ahead. How was
Okay.
your week?
It was shitty. No.
eBay was slow.
eBay was slow. Etsy was good. So I tell you guys all the time, Beanie Babies are bullshit. Okay, Beanie Babies are bullshit.
They're not though.
Beanie Buddies are where it's at. Okay, we sold 4 this week. 4 over the weekend. 2 on Etsy and 2 on eBay.
Yeah.
In the last 6 months, eBay has been saying, "Hey Etsy, I'm here. Hello," and Beanie Buddies are selling on eBay almost neck to neck with Etsy. So don't sleep on those guys, because if you sell them in your show, I'm gonna swipe them if you're just letting them go. So I highly encourage you to put your Beanie Buddies, especially if they're vintage, on Etsy if you are an Etsy seller. So we did good with that. I was on the Disney Raid Train this month so far. That was really great. And last night I was on the plush and toy Raid Train. That was really good. Got rid of a lot of Mickeys, thankfully.
Depop's been popping off too.
Yeah.
For those that are not on Depop and have been considering doing it, if you're cross-listing already and your cross-listing platform allows for Depop, I would suggest trying it. We're up, like I said, last week, I think 400% on Etsy, same 400 to 500% on Depop in sales. So that's unheard of, I think.
And I will say, I think, so originally when we started cross-listing using Vendu, feels like forever ago, Depop was an option, but we were not familiar enough with Depop, and I didn't see the value in it. I do believe Coco is where I also heard Depop from a long time ago, where she would randomly show that she sold something on Depop, and I was like, I didn't feel like there was enough foot traffic. So when we changed over to Nifty, and it was an option, I was like, well, why not? Because we're already listing everywhere else, and they didn't give us the option to cross list to Whatnot on this one.
I would love to know how drifting thrifters, Krista. How are you getting banned on Depop?
Let us know how you got banned.
Offline. I need to figure that out. I need to figure out what's going on.
Yeah. So speaking of Jeff saying that I'm competitive, Jeff is just as competitive.
Oh yeah.
Like, we were going after the same damn plush yesterday, and I was like, really? And I was so nice, and I was like, you know what? Jeff really wanted that turtle. I think it was a turtle or frog.
It was a frog.
And I was like, Ruthie, put that frog in Jeff's. And she was like, okay. Jeff was like, no mercy, and just kept swiping on something I wanted. I was like, really? He's like, you should have bid 6. Good night.
He's not at the top of the apex for nothing.
Sean, don't you have a story too with Amanda?
Oh yeah. I was trying to buy something for my lovely wife here, something that nobody was worried about. And the next thing you know, I see a swipe, and it was supposed to be my so-called co-host friend right there.
That was Rocket City that swiped. Rocket City swiped.
Okay, so two
you were
things.
behind the swipe because Bob said so. He sent me a picture of you swiping.
Well, it is true, because here's what had happened was.
Oh, here we
what
go.
had happened was.
This ain't a courtroom. I know you're used to being in a courtroom, but let's hear it.
Well, I haven't made it quite there yet, but I had picked up Ducky and Bob had picked up Littlefoot. puppets at the bins last time when we came home. And I was like, ooh, we need Sarah. Swipe. I didn't look to see who had already bid. And he
And
swiped.
of course, I didn't have my glasses on, so that.
And so I
Blame it
was
on the
like,
glasses.
and so
Never have them. Never have 'em.
afterwards, when there was chatter in the chat, I was like, oh shit, you can ask Mel. I texted her like literally right away and said, I didn't realize you were bidding on that. I'm so sorry. And I said to her, do you want me to send you Sarah and the other two when I get them? And she said yes. And now we worked out a deal. And now you're making something out of nothing. Hi, Kenton.
It's
There's
still
no bad
the-
blood.
Podcast for the first
point.
time.
It's still the point.
Well, I just wanted to give your wife Sarah, not you.
Cobra Kai. I think Jeff summed it up.
I wanted Mel to like me more. I know that'll never happen, but I tried.
Talking about competition, I think,
I'm gonna go get
you
a
guys,
drink. I'll be right back.
you guys are in Florida, right?
Who's your
There's
biggest
a lot of competition. Who's your biggest competition, Ryan and Christine?
I would
There's
say
a lot
the
down there.
PickingGilla.
Probably the PickingGilla.
PickingGilla, really?
Wow. We've heard.
Well,
yeah.
this happens to be the PickingGilla is our guest today.
Oh.
So let's go.
Happy birthday, Krista.
Let's get into it.
Get the popcorn.
We sang happy birthday to Krista here.
Yeah, we did on our end, but we did it.
How you guys doing? Welcome to the show.
Oh, well, thank you.
So thank you for having us.
Yeah, why don't you tell us about reselling and how you got started and what you guys are doing in reselling?
Tell us about
what
your
you got
whole
going on.
life from the day you were born to now.
Yeah,
You don't want to know
It
about our whole
began
life.
in 1990 in a little town called Rittman, Ohio.
So when a man loves a woman, no.
This is my kind of pod.
But I don't know. So okay, should I go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
For the reselling.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, how I got into resale. So I've been around reselling my whole life with my dad. Growing up, my dad always resold stuff. I grew up on a farm in Ohio, so we would always go to auctions and flea markets, and he would always buy like bigger stuff to resell, and he would buy the bigger things and stuff. And it wasn't until I got older and like I got into like my senior year of high school, and that's when I finally got into reselling like on my own, like with small stuff, because that's when my friends forced me to get Facebook. They're like, we need to stay in touch. We need to have something to talk to each other. So they made me get a Facebook account when on my senior year of high school. And like, and that's kind of what it was, I guess, because, the marketplace wasn't a thing. We had those like buy sell groups, so since I had that outlet to like list things, that's when I started to get into it. And I still remember like the first thing I ever resold. My dad, he like kind of had to push me towards it because I was kind of hesitant. It was like a dish set, because I didn't ship back then. It was just all local. And I remember it was like a dish set, and it was like a Western cowboy theme. So it was really cool. And I bought it for like $12 at the auction, and I sold it for like $45. And as like a high school kid, just graduating, getting into college, that was like exciting, because like my first job was a cashier. I was making like $9 an hour. So to make that much money like that quick, it was exciting. And I was like,
The rush.
it was. It was really exciting, and I always liked it ever since then. But I didn't really get into online shipping until like I moved to Florida, and then I started to get more
Your
into it,
original
really.
office was actually in this room that we're in.
It was, yes.
We thankfully got the building bill, all that. So
Who knows people's trash could make you cash, right?
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
I just wish, like, I know we've talked about this before, everything that we had when we were younger, I wish we still had that, because if you know, like, we're all, well, with the exception of you, Heidi, we are 80s, 90s babies, like, so we had cool.
Yeah, 94.
Well, are we counting like when we were born or
Right.
like when we grew up? Because I was born in 94, so like,
Right, I'm 82, so like I got like a whole 10-year gap. But so
Young
so that's
bucks.
what I'm saying. Like we got to live through the gummy bears, through strawberry shortcake, Land Before Time, all that. You know what I mean? So like it's kind of cool. I wish we had still had Lisa Frank was really hot. You know that.
I remember.
Anything Nickelodeon must be right up Heidi's alley.
Pokemon.
yes, I was a big Nickelodeon kid, and Yeah, I love Nickelodeon. I didn't really watch like anything else other than Nickel. I was Nickelodeon, and I don't know if you guys remember Boomerang with all the old cartoons.
Oh, yeah.
I would watch
Oh, yeah.
Boomerang, but that was pretty much it. But did you want to say like how you got into because Donnie, you were funny because you sold stuff out of their car and they shut it down, didn't they? Wasn't that in high school?
Yeah.
I remember that. He hasn't told me that story in forever, but I forget what it was.
The FFA used to have pop machines in our school and candy machines. Well, in about the mid-late 2000s, a certain administration came in and made it to where you couldn't have sugar and stuff being sold like that in school. Well, they took the machines out, and I had the bright idea to go to the small town market called Bueller's and buy 12 packs of soda and sell it out of the trunk of my car at lunch.
Ooh, Daddy's a hustler.
Hustler.
I got cracked. My principal was actually a 1960s musician, had a #1 Billboard hit, not #1, but 7. Musical explosion. Anyways, I'm getting off track. Sorry, but that's what I'm trying to get at.
And you were nervous. This is great.
Yeah, but we might ramble, so you could cut us off.
Sorry about
Okay.
that.
Moving on.
Moving on. He was selling, like, hey, you can't sell anything really without donating it to like a school program or something like that because of legal issues and all that. I'm like, all right, here's a quarter. Put it to the FFA.
I thought you were gonna say he was your #1 customer when you said your.
That would have been.
That would have been an interesting turn of events.
That's a story arc right there. Yeah. So
It seems like a lot of people
Donnie
got
knows the
this.
joys of hustling too.
Yeah.
So
But,
now,
dude,
you guys
awesome.
sell together? You guys sell separately? Do you have your own eBay accounts? Do you guys share an eBay account? You sell on Whatnot? Where do you sell again?
We mainly do eBay, and we have a shared account, so we both have the same account, and we sell on Whatnot, of course, too, but mostly eBay. And then we do stuff like if we pick up, sometimes we'll find like bigger stuff, and we'll do like Facebook Marketplace, but it's not very common for that. But
When you guys are both outsourcing, do you guys both have an eye for different items, or you both,
Very
what
much
do you guys looking for?
yeah, the complete opposite, pretty much.
Mechanical tools. We kind of tie over in electronics somewhat, but you get the plush, the antiques.
Yes. Yeah, I like the plush, the antiques, the glass, and the media. And then he does all the tools and cars and other random maintenance stuff.
Yeah, it's like, that's a Targa top for a Z06 Corvette. Oh, you only want $20 for it? I'll sell for $400.
Oh,
Yeah.
There you go.
Besides animal, we went to the animal, not animal. I'm sorry. My Pet Monster. What was your one of your favorite flips? Because I do remember that one.
Are we talking favorite as in like personal favorite or like money wise?
Well, you could do both. You could do what was your personal favorite flip, and then what was your most
Lucrative.
profitable
Yes.
flip.
I'll have to think about the personal one. The profitable one's probably definitely when I picked up a bunch of Webco Steins, like beer Steins.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
probably,
that
I
was
made
good.
like a couple thousand on that.
That
So
was
that's probably
good.
my best one. Yeah, they're like Webco Schultz and Dooley. There we go. I couldn't think of what they're called, but they're like they're not like the typical beer steins that like are worth nothing. They're like character steins. There's all sorts of different characters, and I got how many did I get again? 50. I think I got 50. There was like 50 of them, and I bought them all for like 200 and some or something. He was asking like $5 a piece, and the one alone was a really rare one, and it sold for like $700 or something. Yeah, because I put that one on auction.
Dude.
There was a snowman one, but yeah, it was a snowmobile one, and yeah, it was a really rare one. And yeah, so that one obviously paid for everything, and then all the rest were selling anywhere from like 50 to like 200. It was crazy.
Wow.
So that's
That is
what
great.
I don't know about my favorite.
You can go check it out on her YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
let's go ahead and plug that real quick. Where can they find you on YouTube for those that might be listening?
Oh yes, we're the ThePickingGilla on YouTube.
It's the PickingGilla and
Yeah.
Whatnot. And
Yeah.
So branded the
How did you come up
PickingGilla.
with that name?
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say that too.
So That is it's a nod to my dad. So I had to like think because like sometimes I'm an emotional person, so like I'll get emotional if I think about it. But like it's just a nod towards my dad because he's just growing up. I mean, he's still here and everything, but like but like he's just he was a big inspiration that got me into reselling. I wouldn't have gotten into it if it wasn't for him. And we call each other Gilla. It's our nickname between each other. My mom, she's big on like gardening and flowers and stuff. And so every year she'll bring home different ones. And the one year she brought home one called Father Gilla. And so I just thought it was funny. I don't even know if that's how you pronounce it, but that's just how we pronounced it. And so I'm like, oh, Father Gilla. And he'd be like, oh, daughter Gilla. And so we just started calling each other Gilla back and forth. And so I just use that as like a nod towards him because I would not have gone into reselling at all if it wasn't for him. So
the flower in your logo is actually the Father Gilla.
Yes, well, I don't think so. Is it? Yes, it is. Yes,
Yeah.
it is. So I had to think. I'm like, wait, was it? Yes.
Yeah, it's a Father Gilla.
Yeah, Father Gilla.
Where did you get such an awesome logo, Heidi?
Yeah. Like credit to Ryan there. Ryan Golf Coast Pickers. He designed our logo, which we love it. By the way, it's awesome.
Yeah. It's a good one.
It was the hardest logo I've ever done.
It was. It was.
I was very picky. So.
It was. Everyone else, Ryan would have it done in a couple days. With Heidi, it was back and forth.
It says
I loved it. I loved every minute.
Well, I love it, so it's fantastic.
Well,
I really
love it.
It wasn't a waste of your time then. I just want to go back to the you said they were steins that you were talking about that you had picked up that were really profitable. How did you know what they were? Is that something like when you're at an estate sale or when you're picking, do you comp it right then and there, or did you just see it and be like, "Ooh, that's money"? How did you know? Or did Ryan tell you?
So a lot of the time,
Yeah. Hey, we found some puppets.
Leave Jeff alone. But the steins, so I didn't know what they were, and I honestly at first I walked right past them, and then I circled back, and there was actually a sale I was at with my parents when they came down. They come down usually once a year and visit, and they love garage sales obviously and stuff too. So I always say they bring luck, because I always find good stuff when they come down.
We met them.
They're cool people.
Yes, they're sweet, they're awesome. But yes, and my dad, he was kind of looking at them, but he wasn't like looking at them. So then when I circled back, I was also looking at them, and we're both talking like these are like different and they look good quality. And I think I did look them up though. I looked up like one. It was like they only had 5 or 7. I don't know. They only had a handful out at once, and they had $5 on each one. And it was funny. The ones that he had out were like 2 of the most expensive ones, like that snowmobile one and the leprechaun one. I think I looked up the like a leprechaun one, and it was like $200. And I'm like, yeah, let's get them all. I'm like, and he's like, I have more, and I'm like, okay.
Did you pay asking price for them, or did you talk them down to a lower price for the whole lot?
You what?
Did you pay full price for each one, or did you talk them down to get a bundle price on those?
So I was going to like pay like close to full price, and then my mom, she like my parents, they are shameless negotiators, man. Like they will negotiate. So my mom actually negotiated on that one. Like she actually did it for me because I didn't. Like she's like, oh, you should offer them. Like that's kind of low, and she's just like, I'll do it. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, we can't have her negotiating on YouTube. We get so many negative comments.
Well, it was. Hers was.
I'm sure.
In the video. But yeah, oh my gosh, I'd probably get so many negative comments if my parents were in the videos more, because oh my gosh, they get people down on price sometimes. It cracks me up, which like, I mean, they've always been like that. I mean, the cheaper you can get it, the better. I mean, because it's obviously you guys know. I mean, reselling's a lot of work. You know, it's not like it's.
And I've always said, I shamelessly ask. If you don't ask, you don't know. The worst they're going to say no is you're just going to pay it if you really want it that bad.
Yeah. I mean, I do negotiate, but my parents, they negotiate way more tough than I am. I'm more kind of awkward with it. I feel
Next
like
level,
I do negotiate. So, but
Now, how often do you guys resource or go out and source and get all your resourcing? How often a week? Are you guys full time, or you guys have 9 to 5s as well, or how often do you go out?
yeah, well, we're full time right now. I mean, like who knows? I mean, down the road, I mean, things, you know, they're not like where we want to be. So like, if we ever did have to get a job, it'd probably just be like a part-time thing, so we can still put like a full-time effort basically into the reselling.
Chrissy.
Hi, Chrissy. But
So is Donnie with you full time as well?
yes. Well, like yeah. He does a lot of the shipping because he's much faster at the shipping than I am. I am very like paranoid. I overthink things. I pack things way too carefully. And Donnie, he'll just like done. So he's a lot faster at that. So I kind of put him on that because otherwise I'll overthink it. I'll overthink and then I'll spend like half an hour packing a freaking console or something. I don't know. So yeah, so he does the shipping mainly, and I'll do the listing, and then we both source. So, but as far as how often we source, I mean, it just kind of depends. I mean, we haven't been sourcing much because in the summer in Florida, you know, you guys know it slows down a lot in the summer. It's like nothing. But we'll go to thrift stores. I don't know, usually a couple times a week at least. Like when we run out and drop off packages, we'll run out, you know, Salvation Army or something, go out there, but.
What's
It's
your
hard not to when
favorite?
it's on the way.
What's your favorite? Yard sale,
Yeah.
estate sale, thrift store, bins? What's your favorite?
Definitely garage sales.
Yeah.
I'd say garage sales. And I know it's kind of like if we had more flea markets around here, maybe flea markets. I love flea markets, but we just don't have enough flea markets down here. But yeah.
They're close to us. They're all freaking hours
Butcher
away.
and the dog said they could.
Oh, their bowl is right behind you.
I'd say look for that hand-drawn yard sale sign.
Mhm.
When a bunch of weeds growing up around, that's where you're gonna find the good shit.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever had any like unhinged garage sale signs? I remember this still sticks out. I think about this. I probably at least once a month. I just think about this garage sale I went up to, and they had a sign just leaning up against the mailbox that said, "Sale inside. Mom died." I'm like, okay.
Wow. I've
You
never
guys ever
seen
had any like
that.
crazy signs like that?
So we get a lot of
I
like
haven't
cardboard
done that.
signs with duct tape.
Yeah, we get a lot of back road.
You can't even really
And if you-
read what's on it.
If you
but-
hear banjos, you turn around and say, "Forget it."
That's down here all the time.
Yeah, so you might find the good stuff with the band. Follow the
Go-
band.
No,
go-
I'll pass.
go.
Oh,
when you start
No,
getting
we
duct
just get the
tape-
eBay comp, or no, sorry, the eBay
Listing.
non-sold comps, the listing
The listing
signs at our yard sales
yeah.
here.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
you mean
listing
the
price.
printout,
Oh,
the
my
printouts.
gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are fantastic.
I would love to go to a garage sale with Ryan and watch him approach one of those and just see what happens. I heard about it, but I'd like to see it in real time.
Oh, he loves it. He will go right there and and I walk away. I'm like, oh my God, who
Gotta
cares?
educate.
Who cares?
Educate.
Well, I just don't think people realize that I could list this for $50 and Sean could list it for $40 and Jeff could list it for $30. It just depends on who wants to pay the price. And I will say a lot of times, I don't know if I'm really loud. Sorry, now the next thing, like I will say oftentimes when we have listed things higher than something else that's listed of the same thing, sometimes ours is sold before that other one. And I don't know if it's the quality, maybe it's a little different, as like with a plush, if it looks cleaner, if it has a tag versus not having a tag. Sometimes it could be pretty darn close to what the other one is. But sometimes it's about the couple more dollars where people feel like they're paying more, so they're getting a better thing.
Or they
What
need
do
some
you think
reviews
about
of
that?
yours
Has
as
that
well.
do you list like that? Like, what is your thought process
Reviews.
besides comping when you're listing something versus choosing it for whatnot?
So you're asking how I decide if it's gonna
Mhm.
go on eBay or whatnot.
And then when you're listing on eBay, how does that look like for you as far as your research to list your prices that you're doing?
So basically I just do the plush shows on whatnot. Once in a while I do the garage sale things. It just kind of depends on what I know, like what I'm like my experience with the whatnot as far as like what my viewers usually like and stuff. So what I bring there, if I have a rare, lifelike plush, it's like, like $50 or whatever, they're most likely, not going to buy that on whatnot. But I usually still like the higher end stuff. I still will put it on whatnot because I had a big comfy couch desk bunnies and someone did buy like my first show. I didn't even have them up because I figured no one would be interested. I had them like on the shelf, but like in the back so you could kind of see them still. And someone asked about them and they bought them. They bought them for $90. So like,
oh wow.
So some they will buy higher end, like the higher stuff. So I will still put that on whatnot, like my higher plush, but like in the buy now usually. But as far as like my process and stuff, I mean, yeah, I comp things out and on eBay, and then I just kind of usually I look at like what sells, like what, like how much the recent sold prices are. And then I also look at like current prices, like see what other people are pricing it for, because it could have went down or up from the last one that sold or something, depending on how long ago it sold. And see if there's any, if like mine's the only one on the market, or if there's like the sell-through rate is really high, then I kind of price it more competitive. If the sell-through rate, if I picked up something that happens to have a, not a very good sell-through rate, then I tend to price it a little lower to kind of get it going, since, it might take a while to sell. So that's kind of my process with that.
Awesome.
That's Charlie.
Question.
No, yes. Yo, I'm laughing because Charlie just came in and she's already hot breathing. Sorry.
Hey, Charlie.
We try to put him in their crates, but she just.
Got a little midget run around there named Charlie.
Oh, the kisses.
She's so great.
Right.
So
She's going bye-bye.
So, how long have you been on Whatnot? Selling on Whatnot? And before you started selling, were you a buyer or just a looker? How was that process getting on Whatnot for you?
So I wasn't really a buyer on Whatnot. I definitely started out as a seller before like watching too much of other shows. And I don't know, has it been like a year?
I think so, about a year.
Yeah, I think it's been about a year, like earlier last year. So maybe a little over a year. I don't know. But I think it was last year sometime that I started. But what was the other part of the question? I forget already. I'm sorry.
I just asked how long you've been on Whatnot and if you were a buyer beforehand, and you answered that.
Okay.
Do you source on Whatnot, or when you're on Whatnot, is it more for personal?
So it's usually more for pro. I don't buy a whole lot on there. But I have bought a few things for personal, but there was one time I did source there because there was a guy who was just getting rid, of all his plush, and he was doing dollars for all his plush. So I got like tons. I got like a giant box. Oh my gosh, when I picked it up from my PO box, it was like burst out. Like you could see there was like a giant Yoshi like sticking out through the tape of the box. It was so funny. But like, yeah, I just got this huge box of like all this plush that I got for like $1. But that's the only time I've sourced on there. So yeah, mainly buying for personal, but I honestly don't buy a whole lot on there. I'm not a ton, like, because usually I'm using my phone to like take pictures and list. So like if I'm watching Whatnot, I usually have it on my laptop kind of like in the background while I'm doing that. So like with my friends and stuff, just kind of supporting them and watching them there. But
very nice.
What is your favorite thing to find? Favorite thing to pick up? Favorite thing to sell?
For me, cars.
Cars. Like actual cars.
Yeah.
I would have to say it's so hard. I mean, I like a lot of. I'd have to say plush. I love my plush. So probably plush. But I don't know. It's kind of hard because I love media. Like, oh my gosh, there's one sale I went to. I got so excited because they just had a huge collection, like Blu-rays and box sets of media. And oh my gosh, like I love that stuff. But if I had to pick, probably plush. But yeah, I love the media and stained glass and brass.
I was going to say your glass, your uranium.
Yes, I do like that too. Well, that one, because like a lot of that we keep, so that's not
really.
Tell everybody about your collections.
I do love finding. What was that?
Tell everybody about the collections you guys have. The collections
Oh
of
my
stuff
gosh.
The uranium.
Well, yeah, we do have the uranium. We have 3 big display cabinets full of uranium. So we collect uranium glass pieces and stuff, and then we collect video games here and there. We're starting to get kind of more selective with the video games, because like it was funny when we were first together and we were younger and stuff, and we were like, oh, we want to collect every single video game we ever find, and then we're just like, no, like that's too much.
We don't have weak shovelware.
We still have weak shovelware, so we're getting to the point where we're like getting down, because we're more like Nintendo and PlayStation people, so we're trying to get more like, we've gotten rid of some of our Xbox games and stuff. But yeah, we have a big like this hobby with all like and like the games, like the little toys, you know, like little Nintendo toys and things. So yeah, but so it's mainly games and uranium glass, and of course I have some plush, but I can't.
I heard you may
with the plush.
I heard you may or may not have a claw machine with plush in it.
Maybe.
I mean, that's pretty fucking badass. Like
It is.
I think I would play with that thing like constantly and just be like, Heidi, what's the bottom dollar? Because I want to take this with me. Because I never win in those fucking things.
You want to buy it?
No, I'm talking.
we're actually thinking about.
What's the shipping cost on that? No.
we still want a claw machine, but we want one of the older, like little one.
Yeah,
like
the littler. Yeah,
like
yours is big.
or whatever they're called, like the big choice, like those old ones.
How does one get one of those? Like, how did you get that? Was it a marketplace?
Yeah, marketplace or might have been Craigslist. No, I don't think it was marketplace. I'm like, it might have been Craigslist, but no, it was marketplace.
And you just put plush in there that you love, and you just grab it whenever you can.
You what?
You just put your plush in there and play with it?
Sometimes, yeah, but recently I haven't played it in a while because I have a giant, like, life-size, like, literally, like, as tall as me, basically, a Yoshi plush. And so we're trying to figure out where we were moving stuff around, and I ended up just putting the giant Yoshi inside the claw machine. So I can't really play the claw machine right now, but he looks really cool in there. I will say he kind of looks badass just sitting in there on top. He's sitting on top of a bunch of small Yoshis.
On top of his eggs?
Yeah.
Well, apparently you can't have Ruth Ann over because she's just going to reach her hand inside your machine and take the plush. So note to self.
She's one of those.
Who had their prized possessions stolen when they were a child, I don't like talking about my possessions.
Yeah, we don't like getting too much into it. Donnie's a little paranoid about that, but so that's why I wasn't like going too deep into like but specific, stuff we have.
Respectfully.
Oh no, it's fine.
Now, we've all met in Nashville for the first time. Do you guys meet other resellers often? Do you guys get to any events as well, or you guys just stay local?
We haven't. I mean, we would like to. We have to get into a place where we're able to like be able to travel more, and we have to get. Honestly, we need a better vehicle and stuff to travel and things. I mean, we'd love to go to Nashville and stuff. It just hasn't been in the cards lately. So I think going on. But yeah, I mean, we would love to, and we've met like other resellers, like locally, just like not like at a meet, just like at sales. We run into people that we know and stuff. Obviously, Ryan, Christine, and then there's other people, around that we recognize and
like who?
There's two other people I know. So there's Sam and Alexis. I know them, and then so Efron, and then Travis. I think his name's Travis. I just met him.
Introverted
recently.
A little bit.
Yeah, we are. We're pretty. Yeah.
Can you think of anybody else?
We met Billy a couple times, but
well, like okay, but you weren't local. Are you talking about you? I'm
not. Jack's Trumpers.
Have you ever had to battle have you ever had to battle anyone at a yard sale?
Yeah, you girl.
You want to make a whole video about that?
Tarp over there. Come here. What do you want?
Yeah, every
time. Didn't I make a whole video about that?
You what?
Didn't I make a whole video about that?
That's right. We both have a video on that.
Yeah. And it was so great to see Heidi's side and then our side. Like, it was awesome.
Yes, it's fun.
So, Donnie, I have a question for you. You said you're a car guy, right? And you find car parts. Have you ever considered doing like go to like a junkyard, stripping parts and selling them on eBay? Just curious if you've ever considered that or if you've tried that.
I haven't. I've thought of it. It's just more of putting action to thought.
Yeah.
It could be very lucrative. There's a guy that Bob watches that does it, and
yeah, he's pulling down a lot of money doing it. I know that's a lot of hard work, and Florida is hot and all the things.
Yeah.
Right? But I was just curious if you've given it a thought or if you've done it, what your experience has been like. What's the most like expensive thing that you've gotten for a cheap price at a yard sale or estate sale relating to automotive?
Yeah, it's gonna be that Target top I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
Lady had it. It was brand new from the 90s, and it was in the original package. Everything. It was a glass Target top, meaning that it was a convertible top that you literally pull the whole top off, put it in your back. And I sold it locally for $400. Paid $20 for it.
Wow.
Nice.
Oh, wow, that's incredible.
It was later in the day too, and it's just about being specialized in something.
Right.
That market kind of deal.
Yeah.
Kind of deal, and being able to know where to look on that object for like serial numbers versus model numbers, and how to actually identify what it is, kind of deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got that one, Christine? That's a good one.
What's that?
Ruth Ann's comment.
Wow.
300,000? Dang.
She's
Wow.
so I think she's fully supporting Donnie that you make this your next business venture.
Yeah.
For all those in favor, say aye. Aye.
Let's go, Donnie.
I used to be an auto mechanic for a Chevy dealership. I love working on cars for myself. The thing is, though, when you start doing it for a business, your passion becomes your enemy.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I just meant like you know what you're looking
No,
for, so
I
maybe sourcing there may be lucrative for you as an alternative way to find stuff is all.
Yeah, I what I'm saying though is I don't want to go out and be greasy all day and pulling parts off of cars and stuff like that, because I will not want to do that on my own stuff.
Yeah.
I understand that.
And I would rather much customize vehicles and sell them at a slower rate than try to flip parts constantly to no means to an end kind of deal.
Right.
Yeah. Understood.
Yeah.
Yes.
We did find it's funny, the junkyard, because like I'll go with them with the junkyard too, and you can find other stuff there because they find all sorts of stuff in cars. I bought a 3DS there, a Nintendo 3DS at a junkyard. With like a Zelda game and
Don't be telling
Luigi's
people our
Mansion.
secrets.
That was like a one-time thing. Yeah.
Right.
They this one junkyard. They have like a shelf. They have like inside their office area or whatever. When you first walk in, they have like shelves of just all these stuff that like they find in cars, and it's not real. It's like it's not priced, but if you ask about it, like they'll sell it. So
Yeah, it's amazing what people leave in their cars when they get rid of them, like at junkyards and stuff. My buddies and I in high school would literally go to junkyards and see what we could find inside the cars, like crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Like we're talking old motorhomes and stuff. Some stuff you just don't want to talk about on camera that you found.
Well, some people treat their cars like their home, so you can only imagine if you have it in your house, you might have it in your car. So
Some people live very odd.
Or they're living in their car.
right?
It happens.
You never know.
I got tons of mechanic stores I could tell, but this is a reselling podcast, Yeah, make sure your glove box is clean if you have a wheel lock, because the mechanic's going to look in there for it. Just imagine the things that you could find.
Yeah.
You know.
Ryan?
Don't give out Sean's hiding hole.
The glove box. You can pull the glove box out on most cars and put it behind there too,
Thanks, Amanda.
Say Sean's is just filled with bananas.
In the tailpipe.
Hey, either the box leak or it's
Leaving
gonna
yourself
have
wide
anyone.
open, Sean.
I haven't said a thing about you all show. I'm listening to Donnie and Heidi, and
I
you're
really
sitting.
missed you. I really missed you last week.
Sure you did.
All right, what is the banana thing? Because I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Oh, jeez.
Here we go.
Here we go. Bring it out, Sean.
I can't. I don't have a way.
Wow, we're
Oh no! I thought it
Hey,
was R-rated, not
That's not the banana thing, Donnie. That's just
Ryan,
Ryan, wake up. Quit telling. You always say that all the time. All the time. Man. He always says that.
across the room at our messed up plush with a McDonald's Coke spoon on a throne.
Hey, don't make fun of Cashew. He's trying his best over there.
We are a pranking family, Donnie. So a while ago when our kids were little, we went to a place up here called Hershey Park. It's a big amusement park.
Oh yeah.
I've been there.
Hershey, Pennsylvania. Yeah.
Yeah. So we go there all the time. We always went. Well,
Uh-oh.
He froze.
they had a place there. It was like a lot of peanuts roasted. They had
Chocolate
frozen
covered
bananas, chocolate bananas. So we got one. This one, look up there. He already knows what's coming, and I hate it because. And you too. Look, she's all red. We lost Amanda. She's red. This one takes a damn picture, and then they put it on a pillow.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's brown too. That's beautiful.
Oh, Park. I mean, chocolate makes sense.
So everybody now that's seen that sends me a damn banana.
Oh, there's Jeff. Coming in clutch.
I can't wait until. Do you ever have these things where like I have these weird things that you can't explain that you have, and it's like, man, I'm gonna die, and this is gonna end up in a thrift store one day. John Banana is gonna be in a thrift store one day.
No, I think the next fire pit when I know I'm on my deathbed, I'm gonna have to shred that damn thing because
It'll be in your will.
Yeah, I'm gonna will it to Ryan so he remembers me.
Here's I have a question, if I may, for everyone, kind of deal. What is the weirdest / saddest thing you've ever found at a thrift store?
Well, weirdest or saddest?
Let's go saddest.
Well, that's depressing.
Pet urn.
Oh, I've never found it. I'm surprised.
I was really sad. I was like, really? They don't know that this is, it says the dog's name and the dates and.
Oh.
Rip.
Weirdest? I don't know.
You're making everyone depressed, Donnie.
I just want to say mine. It's just kind of sad.
I don't necessarily think it's sad, but there's been a few times at the bins that we've seen, you know, back years ago, they had those really nice wooden frames that were like multiple sizes, like circles and squares. It was like a frame collage. There's been a few times where we've found those full with still pictures in it. I mean, I don't know how sentimental people are, but I'm just like, oh, grandma and grandpa are in the bin, like, you know, those are someone's memories. That's kind of sad. Sometimes I've seen scrapbooks at the Goodwill too, like with like fully scrapbook, and I'm like, that's crappy that someone would just. But some people aren't sentimental. Like, I can only imagine when we are gone, Caleb's just gonna be like, take the shit. We don't want it. I don't want it.
Yeah.
You know, like that makes me a little sad because I know you guys have an extensive collection of a lot of, I'm sorry, I'm pointing because what's behind us, I'm sorry. Like, we have extensive collections of things that are good memories of when we were kids. And the fact that Caleb's just like, fuck it all and sell it, I don't care, get rid of it, is kind of sad, you know? Because they'll never know. So, have you guys found anything? I'm sorry.
When we were at the bins last week, I didn't get to see it, but I heard while we were waiting on a change, I heard one of the ladies talking about picking up a frame that had somebody's mugshot in it, like at the police station. Like, she was sitting there holding the sign.
I wanted it because you knew what I was doing with it.
Picture of you eating a banana in it.
Talking about it. So I mean,
honey.
But they were talking about how sad that must have been to, you know, you're from jail to the Goodwill bins.
Right.
Oh wow.
Heidi and Donnie, what is yours?
What was yours?
Mine was the cancer mug.
Oh,
I want her to remember first, but
I'll remember. I kind of remember it. Okay.
It's quiet. I hope it isn't what I think happened, but we found a mug on a shelf that says, "I'm going to smash this mug when I beat cancer."
Oh.
Yeah.
So that was. Sorry to kill the mood on your podcast. You know,
like, what's the saddest
It's an emotional roller coaster here, folks. Oh, you got the big kitty.
Oh, wow.
All 20 pounds of him.
So, I know that Drifting Thrifters, Krista, I've been in her eBay store before. By the way, fantastic job, Krista, on your eBay store. She sells like black and white photos, I think, if I recall correctly. So there is a market for that kind of stuff. I know it's sad to see someone's memories, you know, but look at me trying to make $1 out of someone's misery.
Yeah.
But she does do that.
There's, you know, to piggyback on that. So, you know, whenever we go to the post office and we see somebody bring a lot of stuff, they leave and we ask the post people, so what do they sell? What do they sell? There's this one lady that sells photographs of people in coffins, like
postmortem photos.
Yeah, I I would have never thought there was a market for
Is
that.
there like a thief finder?
That's an old school thing. They used to do
Yeah.
that back in the day.
But I think she gets prints from somebody and then resells the prints.
Are
Reprint.
you talking modern prints or are they
No,
vintage prints?
no, I think they're black and white. Like, and
Like
she
old
also
school,
sells
yeah.
like,
I don't think they really do that a whole lot anymore.
like she also sells like, you know how back in the day kids were in like long dress gowns and like creepy, like
turn of the century.
yeah,
type
like
of-
stuff
yeah.
like that, like 40s and 50s, like 20s, like just black and white photos of. It's not for me. That doesn't mean it's not for someone. But I was just taken back by that because I guess there's a market for anything. But I don't know.
I mean, people were selling farts in jars, so there's a market for anything.
Bathwater. But, the history on those
I
photos
would
was
make a
actually
killing
really
on it.
interesting, actually, because a lot of times in the 1800s, it was very expensive to get photographs taken.
Yeah.
So the only photographs that people had of their loved ones
Was
were
the
the
coffin.
postmortem ones.
Yep.
So that's why there's a lot of them from that time, and people are more morbidly curious, so that's why they sell well.
Yeah. Well, there's things like like old pictures. Yeah, there's a market for like certain old pictures and like postcards even. And, like,
Yes, Christy.
I
You
did
heard
say
that
farts in
right.
jars. You don't remember that?
They
Got banned on eBay.
Yeah, Belladapine bathwater it was bathwater, yeah.
All kinds of craziness.
Yeah. Well, Japan,
Speaking of the macabre,
machines.
Oh my
there's all
gosh.
kinds of weird stuff people sell. There's a
what
lot of
about
perverts out
Halloween?
Yeah.
Let's talk about Halloween for a second. From my understanding, you guys are big fans of Halloween. Do you guys sell it or you just collect it? What does that look like for reselling?
Halloween.
Yeah, I mean, we do like Halloween. We'll
Oh,
pick
we
up.
love spooky
Yeah, we
season,
love
yeah.
Halloween and stuff. But I mean, yeah, I grew up on a pumpkin farm, so I'm a little biased there.
That's awesome.
My parents run. It's funny, and I still run their Facebook page for them, their business page. So I've been dealing with that because they're opening tomorrow. But anyways, yeah, I mean, I pick up Halloween stuff when I find it because I love it and stuff, and we do collect it. We do save a lot of it, but I mean, we sell it to what?
There's a piece over there.
Oh
It's
yeah,
really
there is
cool.
a piece
Yeah.
over here.
We picked this up a while back.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's just floating
I'm
on our
more,
desk.
It is on my desk. Well, I don't want to rip it, but like I love like the vintage Halloween, which I don't think this is vintage.
Runner, but-
I don't know how old this one.
That's vintage.
Yeah,
But like
definitely.
I don't know, I feel like almost every vintage Halloween thing I find, I like keep it, even though if I don't know what to do with it, because I decide you don't find the vintage Halloween too much anymore. So
Have you ever found those? Have you ever found those plastic ones? Remember back in the day when we were little, our parents would have like those melted plastic looking ones.
Yes.
Yeah,
I have one. I would die if I found any Halloween ones. But I have one of those that I got for like 50 cents at a church sale, and it's a turkey. So I have a Thanksgiving one, but that's it. My mom has a bunch. Well, not a bunch. I think she's got, because she loves them too. The melted plastic or popcorn, whatever they call it. But yeah, my mom, she's got some really good Halloween. She's got a black cat. I want to steal that next time I go up. Not really, but I want the black cat one she has so bad. Yeah, she's got some Halloween ones, and they got all sorts.
Amanda's rubbing off on you already.
You what?
Amanda's rubbing off on you already. You wanting to steal shit from people?
Just put in a baby tan. She'll get it.
I'll get it for you, Heidi. I got skills.
Heidi, have you ever found the expensive screen mask before?
I have not. I've not found a screen mask. I have found Don Post though, Jeff. I found one Don Post before, or two. No, I think it's just one. I have found like the rubber masks and stuff. I think it was only one was Don Post, but yeah, I found like older Halloween masks and stuff, and I sell those. I don't keep like the costume stuff, but yeah, I've only found one of the Don. And it was so funny because looking back on it, this was like years ago when I was like still like learning. I don't know a whole lot. I almost didn't even pick it up because I wasn't familiar. That's how I found out about Don Post, was from that mask actually years ago. And I almost didn't even pick it up, and it was like $1 at a garage sale. And I'm like, I think I sold it for like, it wasn't a super expensive one though. I think it was like $50 still, but yeah, but.
I'll take that flip any day. $1 into 50.
Yeah, but yeah, that's why like thinking back on it now, it's just I remember that I like hesitated, and I just like, it's crazy thinking back on it, like hesitated on that. It's just kind of wild, like how much, like if you think back on it, like how much you learn from reselling over the years. Like if you think about, because like you don't really realize how much you learn and change until you think back of like the stuff you did in the past, and it's just like, oh, that was awful, like, or like why did I do that, or why didn't I, pick that up and stuff. So
I'm glad you said that. Go ahead.
What is the worst thing that you picked up and you were like, oh, that was so, why did I do that? Like
I feel like Ryan's probably gonna hate me. I feel like I'm like that whenever I pick up shirts, man. I'm like, man, why I hate listing shirts. It's what I like. I love the graphic T-shirts and I like it, but I just hate listing them. It's a whole, you gotta lay them out, you gotta get the measurements, and it's like a whole process. But I do like the graphic shirts. But I feel like that is the biggest thing when I buy clothes. I'm like, why did I buy this? Like,
it sits in the house for 6 months.
Yeah, but as far as, I mean, there's still good value. So as far as stuff that like I picked up and it took like forever to sell, I don't know. It's back when I was first starting. I picked up some crappy, coffee mugs. There was one that's one I remember, and I don't know. I can't remember what all else I picked up.
We got a bad storage locker.
Oh, we did.
That a whole locker was just covered in mold and feces. So
that was fun.
And we paid up for that one.
Yeah, well, we did get some. We got some decent stuff because they had video games and stuff in there. So I got some. So we got our monies back, but I wouldn't have bid on it if I didn't know it had, like, because you couldn't tell from the photos, but like once you got there and opened it up, there was like rat poop, and there was actually a dead rat in there as well. So that was fun.
Right.
Sanitize.
And it just sucked because like it was a huge unit, and probably about 95% we threw away. It was a lot. And most of it, like not all because it was trash. It was just trash because the rats got to it and stuff.
Yeah.
So what's a bummer.
I'm with thrifting thrifters on that. Absolutely rather ship glass than list clothes.
Yes, I would too. Even though I take forever to ship, but I don't mind shipping. I just take a long time. So Donnie usually does. Yeah, I love doing glass. I'll do any glass.
Have you noticed a change as far as sourcing? Have you always just sourced in Florida, like you became a reseller in Florida? Or did you?
As far as online, yeah. As far as online, I didn't start doing online until I moved to Florida. So before that, it was just like local stuff. I would just buy things that would sell locally. Like
we went on a couple trips across the country a couple times.
Oh yeah, well we did do. Yeah, we did source the 127. Was it 3 years ago?
Flea across America.
That one.
Christine's not here. Damn it!
Funny.
I missed it.
I messed up. Instead of saying flee across Florida, I said flee across America, so they don't let me live that down.
Oh, well, you know what, Christine? That sounds better to me. Imagine a yard sale all across America.
Yeah, Route 66, the whole way
Route
from
66.
Illinois to California.
That'd be wild.
Yeah, awesome.
But yeah, we did the 127 one year with my parents, and that was fun because we took my parents, they took their camper, so we literally just stayed at random places wherever we stopped. We just slept in the camper, get up at like 6 a.m. or whatever, and then keep going. We did like 4 days. Oh my gosh, it was exhausting.
It was from Michigan to the bottom of Georgia.
Yeah, well, we didn't make it that far, but no, it goes to Alabama.
Alabama?
Yeah, I
they
think
made Alabama? Oh, okay.
I think it goes to Alabama. Like
it does.
Right at
the tip there.
So currently, what is your furthest distance where you are now that you will go to find something, whether it's on Marketplace, like a pickup? What is your mileage? Like, how far are you willing to go?
So it just kind of depends as far as like if we go to pick up something like from Marketplace that we see?
To resell, like you're like, it's 45 minutes, I'm good. Oh, it's 20 miles, maybe not. Like, how far are you willing to travel for that?
So it kind of just depends on what the item is and like how much it's worth, because like I've seen tons, which I'm sure Christine, you can relate to this, or Amanda, you probably can too. But whenever you see, I guess we all do plush, don't we? But anyways, I feel like whenever I'll see like really good plush, but it'll be like 40 minutes, hour away. I'm like, I'm not gonna drive that far. But if it was if it was in our town, I would have went and picked it up locally. But if it's far away,
see stuff in Tampa. It's in Tampa, and I'm like, oh,
Bradenton, yes.
But I'll go to Bradenton. I'll go to Bradenton to get something.
Go to Bradenton.
Yeah,
depending on what it is.
We went
Yeah,
to
but like
Paris before.
because that was for like the My Pet Monster I picked up, so that one was like a really good flip. That one we drove like 40 minutes to go get that or something like that, I think. But there might have been a couple I don't know, I forget. Was it a couple hours?
It was.
It might have been an hour
Charlotte.
one way. Oh no, it's Port Charlotte?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like 45 minutes.
I'm trying to remember where my memory is awful, but yeah, so like it just kind of depends on what it is and like if it's going to be worth it as far as like the value and stuff. So
I will say I source outside of the state because I have people in other places that send me stuff but are also willing to go pick stuff up for me. So shout out to Tennessee Treasures. Ellie, love you always and forever. She's really good about going. A lot of stuff is in Tennessee and we're about an hour and a half, like we said before, from Nashville. And I'm gonna tell you what, Murfreesboro, fire. They've always got good stuff and it's like so frustrating. And it always pops up after we've been there, like to for the listing to be available. So
I will say, so that does like remind me, like when you say that, I didn't really think of it. My parents, they do source for me up in Ohio. Like they've picked up video games and plush. They'll send me pictures. It's basically like going to a garage sale like from my house, because they'll send me a picture of like the entire garage sale. I'll be like, what do you want? So they do, like, not all the time. It's just if there's toys or like things that they think I like or whatever. And like my parents, like I'm so excited. Like, because we're gonna go. The next time we go up to see my parents, they have my mom picked up a big bag of Wallace and Gromit like little toy figures, and I never see those, so I'm like so excited to get those next time I see my parents. But yeah, they'll source for it for me too, and send me pictures of stuff, and they always bring down a whole cart because they usually visit me like once a year. Or visit us. They come down visit us once a year, like in the spring, and they'll bring down like a whole carload of stuff that they picked up for us, at flea markets and garage sales up in Ohio. So I guess we do source that way. And I have looked at Marketplace sometimes, like up there, and have asked them like, hey, can you come pick this? Can you go pick that up? But I don't do it too often because
right.
I don't know, like my parents are great and they will do it. I just kind of feel bad sometimes because I know they're busy doing so, especially this time. I'm not going to do it this time of year because they're crazy busy with the pumpkins. But
yeah.
So what's a typical day like for you guys? Do you guys have a set schedule being full time? Do you wake up and you have like some set hours for listing or setting up your shows, or do you have a specific time that you always want to do shows? Are you mixing up the times? Like, what's your typical day like?
So we are kind of awful at keeping like a schedule. We're trying to get better, but like we're just not our biggest struggle as far as is like getting up in the morning, because when you're like your own, but you got to be like you need to be disciplined and get up on your own. And I'm just not a morning person, so a lot of times like I'll get up later, but then if I get up later I end up like working later. So like I try to balance it out that way. As far as my shows, I try to do them around the same time, either between like 10 or 11 like a.m. Eastern time. Sorry, I had to think what I was saying. But yeah, I try to keep them around the same time, not necessarily the same day. I kind of like to mix up different days, in case there's like different people, different audiences. I typically don't like to do too much of the evening. That's why I'm not on the raid train a whole lot, because I don't like to do evening shows too much. I get tired. I don't know how you guys all always do it every single week, man. I just get like, and it's not like I love it. Like I love Whatnot. I will get like drained. I don't know. I get like socially drained with stuff, man, easily. Yeah. Even if I love you guys and I love Whatnot and stuff, but it's just, I don't know. It just takes a lot out of me. I don't know why. But like, as far as a set schedule, so like usually we'll get up and we'll get our coffee and stuff, and we'll usually ship first thing and get that sent out, and then I'll go, or Donnie will do the, get the shipping, and we'll just go that while I'm getting pictures, and then I'll list when I get back, and that's kind of our schedule there. So we ship first just to make sure to get that out of the way, because that's like what needs, for sure needs to get done, because we have one business day shipping, so we ship every day. But
she's listing, I'm doing the testing and the bigger stuff. So,
yeah, he does a lot of the
cleaning.
testing and cleaning up stuff because he hates listings. So,
Yeah,
which
absolutely.
I don't really like it either, but I don't mind it. He hates it, so I do the listing.
I'm neurodivergent. I cannot sit there and do the same exact thing over and over and over again. I cannot.
Yeah.
And we've tried it, like, because we have an area where like we can sit next to each other, and so he can take his pictures over there, I can take my pictures over here. So we've tried it, and oh my gosh, he'll like drive me crazy because he'll just get so mad sometimes because he just doesn't like it. So he gets like short tempered, and I'm just like, all right, just leave. I'll list. And so we kind of got a good system now where because we found out that he ships really fast because I'm slow at that. So we have a good system now where he does the shipping and I do the listing, and he'll do the testing if we get, electronics or, video games, whatever, he'll do the testing. So
many different things for me to keep bouncing around from to keep me entertained.
Yes.
Basically.
It's definitely easier when you have a good partner working with you. So
yeah, definitely.
Yes, it is.
Do you have a set goal every day of how much you want to get listed? And if so, how many different platforms are you on besides, or do you just do solely eBay and whatnot?
So right now I do try to get, my goal is at minimum like 10 a day, but I do not hit that every single time, I'll be honest. But I have been getting better at it. I've been getting better at least hitting 10. The other day I listed, I think, like 18 or 20. So like I try to do at least 10, and if I don't make it 10, I try to make up for it, in the next day or two. So I can keep listing that way. And then I mainly I list on eBay and whatnot. I've been wanting to look into like those platforms that will like cross list for you and stuff, because
do it.
I know I need to figure out which one's the better.
I can tell you which one to use.
Okay. I'll talk after the show.
So, Heidi, question: Do you like money? No,
in all seriousness, we have used 2 different cross-listing platforms, and if you're interested, we'll tell you our experience with both, and that way you can make an educated decision for what you think might work best for you.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah,
but
I have other accounts, and so like I have like Macari. I've listed I haven't listed on Macari in forever though. I did list a little bit on Macari. It's just I don't know. I feel like it just takes me a long time to list in general. So like if I have to go and like actually like list individually on each one, it's just I don't know. I feel like it's not worth it because I get good enough views and eBay sales for.
And
for
the great thing about having a cross lister is, and this is just very generic with both we've used, you can change the price from one platform to the other. So, if like for us, we constantly run a sale on eBay. So so when I'm listing stuff, I'm like, what am I willing to let it go for on eBay? But what do I really want to let it go for? If it's a vintage item, I'll put it on Etsy, because 9 times out of 10, or unlike the Beanie Buddies, like I said, most of the time we get those sales on Etsy, even though it's cross-listed to all of them. It's kind of like listing clothes on Posh. Do you really want to list clothes on Etsy? No, but people are going to go to Posh and eBay to buy the clothes. So that's where you should put that stuff. So I think cross-listing is very beneficial in that way to get money from different facets. And the cross-listing software definitely will help with that if that's something that you wanted to look into. And if you have at least 2 or more hundred listings active on eBay, I believe it's definitely something that you could utilize to offset the cost of that to make it worth your while.
Also, when it's slow on one, the other ones tend to show up for you.
Right.
So there is that as well. So just because it's slow on one platform, you're not kind of like all your eggs are not in one basket type of thing.
Yeah.
And the other thing too, like I know Ryan can talk to this just because they have listed and utilized Macari. Macari is constantly updating. It's constantly changing its shipping. It's constantly changing to be for the buyer versus the seller, like eBay. So when they're going through a restructuring or they're trying to throw noodles at the wall to see what's going to stick, you still have eBay that's your constant, or you'll still have Poshmark that's going to help show up for you too when like I said, when Macari's just like trying to figure itself out because it doesn't know what it's doing. So there is that benefit as well.
I recommend cross-listing to anybody who's listening or watching this. please.
I mean, no pressure, but I mean, I definitely think if you wanted to go in that direction, you have 2 or more hundred listings, and I definitely think it's something that would probably pay off for you.
Yeah, I definitely am like it's what you were saying, Bob. You're like, I recommend it. I would be like, I recommend it too, even though I've never even done it hardly. But well, like, I mean, I have been wanting to get into it because I mean, it makes sense. You know, you put more, you know, more viewers out there, different people,
Right.
different audience and stuff. So I haven't. It's just one of those things I just haven't got around to. It's been busy and stuff, and so I got to look into because I've been wanting to look into because if I'm gonna do it, I would want like one of the apps that like cross lists it for you because I just know how I'm just slow in general, so I just know I would take way too much time listing one item on several platforms, so I would definitely need a cross listing app. So it's just a matter of I haven't researched the cross listing apps.
My shameless plug, nifty.ai, code Rocket City. You're welcome.
I will say just one last thing about it because I feel like we talk about it every podcast, but I will say the experience that we have and the knowledge that we have with it that we've gained versus both is just, you know, I think it's helpful if you're trying to make a decision. But just I know Chris is pro Vendu, and I was too until Nifty came along, and now they utilize AI on Vendu as well. But Nifty has the AI capability where it takes the thought process out for you to list your item, so it gives you those keywords that me as a buyer is looking for in order to put into your listing. So those keywords, when someone's doing a search, will stimulate your algorithm if you continue to list. So, you know what I mean? So I know that Vendu is doing that, working on it or trying to introduce it. Nifty's already kind of gotten into that. But again, it's what you want to use and what you think will work best for you. So, but anyways, highly recommend.
Okay. I'll text you later. More details about it.
Sure.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I feel like our weaknesses are definitely networking and being more efficient.
Because I know everyone's like, especially with Whatnot, they're like, it's important network, and it's not like that we just, you know, hate people. We just, I don't know, I'm always socially awkward, and it's just we're naturally introverted. So yeah, networking is a big problem with us because we just kind of like to keep to ourselves and do our own thing.
It's all in your brain. You got to quit thinking like that.
Well, when you figure out how to do that, Ryan, let me know.
Yeah.
Well, I will say that there's room
in my brain
for that person.
Yeah, the reselling is great for people who are introverted.
Pick you up to take you to Nashville next year.
I love Tennessee.
Yeah, I'll go to Nashville. Like I'm all right. Like it's I don't know. Like I'm like I don't know. Like I would go to the Nashville and be fine with that because I like traveling. I like Nashville, but
don't forget Krista on your way.
You what?
We'll pick up Crystal on our way.
Yep.
We'll bring everybody. All you people. Yep. We'll bring everybody. It's going to be a big party.
And if Alicia wants to come, we'll just swing this way for her.
Yeah.
We'll rent one of those party vans.
There you go.
Toter.
Yeah, big thrifting bus. That's what we need for Nashville.
Heidi, how much that big Pokémon that you bought the lot? 300? Was it 300?
Oh, it was like 300 and some.
Yeah, we got a bunch of them around here still.
How many do you have left?
Honestly, of the ones that I've sold, like I've sold like as far as the ones that I've listed. Sorry, excuse me. As far as the ones I've listed, I've sold most of those. I have a small or about a tote full or half a tote full of those, but I do have another tote full of ones I haven't even listed yet. And that's mainly because I need to figure out, like, for some reason, my lighting in my area, like, it does not like green items. So, like, it's basically, I have a tote of just, like, all my green Pokemon plush because I need to set up. It's kind of, when I have something green, I need to, like, set it up different because otherwise, for some reason, my lighting, like, it'll make it look, like, really, really pale. Like, it doesn't make it look. And I've tried, like, editing and tweaking things like with my camera and like editing the photo and like sometimes it works. Like I don't have to do it with every green item, but like some things it doesn't. So like yeah, so I have a whole tote that I haven't listed yet because I kind of been putting them off to the side while I figure that out. But yeah, we've definitely made our money back. I forget. We were keeping track of it. I haven't done it. I got to update it in a while. We were keeping track of how much we made off of that. But
yeah, when I'm in your show and someone always asks for Pokemon, I always wonder that. So I was wondering, you know, how much
did you get and how much did you pay for it? Are you already in the profit?
Yes,
You
we were
said
already
yeah.
in the profit, and we spent. Oh, how much was it?
17? Or is that what he wanted? And then we negotiated.
I think it was 17.
Is what you paid?
Yeah, I think I paid 1,700. I paid 1,700 for like 300 and some Pokemon plush, but they were all like not like I want to say rare. Some of them were rare, but like there were some that were like because they weren't just like all Pikachu's and Charmanders. They were like ones that like were evolved forms, ones that you never see plush of.
Straight from Japan.
Yeah, like you had like a lot of Japan import ones. There was one we shipped out last week. It was like 260.
Yeah,
then we sold that one for $260.
I think there was a $500 one in there.
No.
Wow. What was the one?
No, it was close. It wasn't that one. It was the one we sold though. It wasn't that high. But
I thought there was Mega Beasts that were like 400 plus.
there was Mega Beast. That one was like I think that one sold for 300.
Oh.
And this was someone's personal collection, or they got it and were selling it.
So
you're wearing the shirt.
I am actually wearing the shirt that he gave me, but so it was this this guy who was really nice, and I found him on Marketplace, and it was his partner, his boyfriend. He died. He passed away of cancer, and he was young, and they were he was a big Pokemon guy, but the boyfriend, the
survivor,
the surviving boyfriend, he's
survivor. Surviving.
I'm trying to like
they say
survived
by an obituaries.
Well, because they're both boyfriends, so I'm like trying to differentiate the one that we bought it from. He's not into Pokemon at all, but the other guy, his boyfriend that passed away, he was really big into Pokemon, so he had all the plush and stuff, but he wasn't into it, so he's the one who sold it off. And and so that's why we like were okay like paying up to
we were 100% transparent with him of our intention with the Pokemon.
We told him that we were gonna resell because we wanted to make sure, because he was he was having a hard time, he was getting emotional and stuff, and so we wanted to make sure we're gonna resell, and we're gonna. And he liked the idea that we told him, we'd like ship them. And so it'd be a little bit of, Armando, his name was Armando, a little bit of Armando, just kind of going like everywhere, like all over. And I would even text him. I'd text him like, hey, this plush is, going here. And like, so, cause he liked to know where, where they were going. So like, it's a little bit, of his, his boyfriend that passed away, a little bit of him, like kind of going everywhere. And he liked that idea even. But we did keep some things, like some
I
special
got a few
plush
on my desk that are my favorites and stuff.
So much dirty talk on this.
I got my crab, my hermit crab.
That's good.
I got a couple, but that was one. Yeah, he's
so
cute.
Rip Armando. Just really quickly before we get out of here, we usually open it up for questions for people. So if there's anybody in chat wants to ask Heidi and Donny questions about reselling or what we've talked about in the podcast, I want you to feel free to do so now. And we'll go ahead and address those questions. Any burning ones?
Why don't you let everybody know what you got coming up for your upcoming shows?
That's a good idea.
Oh, well, what I have coming up? Plush shocker. I got I don't know, I got some, I'm trying to look because it's like behind you guys. Of course, I got some Pokemon. I got some Sanrio. I don't know. Build-A-Bear. Trying to see what all I have back there.
You say you're more focusing on getting listing on eBay right now, kind of deal.
But I do have a show, I think tomorrow, scheduled. But I might have to change the
Donny,
time.
they want to know what kind of shirt you're wearing.
I got it from the Goodwill or yard sale.
Jeff really likes it.
It's Caribbean Joe. Donnie has a whole collection of Hawaiian shirts.
There you go, Jeff.
Donnie likes his Hawaiian shirts. And his cargo pants.
And then
Chrissy, fabric and it's warm, so
Chrissy wants to know what you do for fun.
What we do for fun?
Play Stardew Valley.
That was her previous question.
We play
Minecraft and Stardew Valley.
Probably playing video games. Right now we're into Stardew Valley. We like Stardew Valley, but that's mainly Yeah, I don't, 'cause like I said, we're pretty introverted, so we don't really go out much to a whole lot. We usually just stay in and work
on cars
and play video games and stuff. Cats. I like to annoy my cats for fun.
For someone who may be listening now or eventually down the road, who maybe, like you said, neurodivergent or introverted and is shy and can't really work with the public, do you think reselling is definitely a way for them to profit forward with something like that, as far as like being able to make some money, spend some money? What do you think about that with your experience?
Yeah, yes for the reselling. No for YouTube. That would be bad. I don't know how I ended up in that, but anyway. But yeah, I mean, reselling, that would be, I mean, it's great for someone who's introverted because it's basically, like like work from home. I mean, you do got to go out and source. So, I mean, it just depends how like critical, I guess, or not critical, I don't know if that's the right word. I don't know, like, however, like how like serious it is or, whatever, if you like can't go outside or whatever, then I mean, that would be a problem. But I mean, you can still source, online and stuff. There's ways to do it. I know a lot of people do source online. I haven't needed to, so I haven't really looked into it like too much. So I don't have a whole lot of information with that. But I know people, they source online, and a lot of people they source on whatnot and stuff. So even if you are like completely introverted or want to stay like in your home completely, but like to be a hermit in your home forever, but because USPS, I mean, they could pick up from your house too. So technically, if you can source from home,
yeah, we need to figure that out.
But yeah, even like reselling, I mean, if you can still, because you don't have to talk to anyone, if you can still go out and source at thrift stores, garage sales.
You could buy storage lockers too. Maybe take a gamble on that. You don't have to interact with people. You just got to click that bid button, right?
Yeah. Well, you do got to interact. Like when you go to pay for it, there's usually someone there. But it's just
last time
one
I was
person
behind a camera.
Oh, that was so
weird.
Yeah, that was weird. Oh my gosh.
That was 2 days ago.
No, that was yesterday.
That was yesterday?
Yeah, we bought a storage unit yesterday. But anyway.
That was yesterday?
Yeah, it was yesterday.
Oh my gosh, I'm losing track of the time.
I know, we cleaned it
Lordy,
out fast.
Lordy.
But yeah, it was
40.
weird. We went in and it was like a virtual guy. There was no one there, but like it was unlocked, and there was like another office with like just like a kiosk thing. And we
That's like our
walked in
storage
there.
unit. Mm-hmm.
We like walked in there and then it said, your virtual manager will be with you shortly. And I started counting down, and I'm like, what? I'm like panicking because I'm just like, wait,
there's a bomb. It's gonna go off. We gotta get out of here.
No, I was just like, wait, there's someone. Like I was just walking in trying to figure it out, and then all of a sudden it's like, someone will be here in 5 or 4. And I was like, oh shoot! And this guy just showed up, and he was just like, okay, what's your name? All right, payments. All right, here's the access code. I'm like, okay, see ya. Well, I feel like even then. Like storage units are getting to the point where you don't even have to like interact with someone in person.
We're back. Right? We just lost everything. We lost power and everything went down.
Chrissy,
not surprised.
Want to know how many pets do you have?
We have 4 cats, 2 tree frogs, and
turtles.
7. I know to count 7 turtles. I think we have 7. Yeah,
Holy
7.
cow.
7 turtles.
Really?
Yeah, they have turtles outside.
Huh.
I've had the one turtle since I was 10 years old.
Wow.
A lot of people don't realize turtles live very, very long time.
Yeah, they're gonna outlive us.
Yeah.
But yeah. So we have. Yeah, that's it. We don't have the fish anymore. We used to have fish, but
we went to fishing heaven.
Yeah.
I was doing a bob.
What?
I was making a bob sandwich.
Oh my!
I'm ready for a sandwich.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, does it have that banana in it?
Hey, go knock those peanut butter and banana sandwiches. They're pretty good.
I'm
Have
gonna
you
put my
ever had a
stuff on
peanut
the
butter pepperoni sandwich?
But you probably slice it to put it in a sandwich instead of leaving it long.
I don't eat them anymore. I'm done with them.
Donnie, he puts them on a hot dog roll.
It's a phobia now, thanks to my wife.
Is it a texture, a taste, or a shape thing?
All the above.
That's a guy I'm busting his balls.
We appreciate you guys being on the podcast. You guys are awesome.
Oh, we're in
Thank you.
Bob's like, all right.
Thank you so much. I'm the ringleader sometimes of this crazy circus, and I just wanted to thank you from the bottom of all of our hearts, because we're all very thankful of that. So thank you so much. You guys did great. So nervous for nothing. You're absolute naturals. We appreciate you so much for coming on the podcast. I just want to remind you guys, if you can't be good at it. And we'll catch you on the next one. Stick around, Heidi and Donnie. We'll want to talk to you off stage. We'll catch you guys next time.
There you go. Good luck. Find some goodies out there.
Donnie's in trouble.